What we give reveals who we are. What we give doesn't always return, but what we give is always what we are. Which is why love is never really lost, and the only failed relationships are the ones we closed ourselves off from having. This quote speaks to one of the deepest truths about human connection. Giving love is not only about what we receive in return. It is about expressing the kind of person we choose to be. In life, people often measure relationships by outcomes. Did the person stay? Did they love us back equally? Did the friendship last forever? Did our kindness get appreciated? And when the answer is no, many begin to believe they wasted their love, their time, or their effort. But real love does not become meaningless simply because it was not returned in the way we hoped. A flower does not lose its beauty because someone failed to notice it. The sun does not stop shining because someone closed their curtains. In the same way, your kindness does not lose value because another person lacked the capacity to honor it. What you give to the world says far more about your character than what the world gives back to you. If you choose honesty in a dishonest world, that honesty becomes part of your identity. If you choose compassion while others choose cruelty, compassion shapes your spirit. If you choose loyalty, patience, forgiveness, and love, those qualities become evidence of your strength, not your weakness. Many people become afraid after being hurt. They begin to guard their hearts so tightly that nobody can truly enter again. They stop trusting, stop expressing emotion, stop believing in people, and eventually stop believing in love itself. Pain convinces them that closing off is protection. But a closed heart may avoid disappointment while also avoiding connection, healing, joy, intimacy, and growth. That is why the quote says the only failed relationships are the ones we closed ourselves off from having. Not every relationship is meant to last forever. Some people come into our lives to teach us lessons. Some reveal our wounds. Some help us grow. Some show us what love feels like. Some show us what self-respect requires. Even relationships that end can leave behind wisdom, maturity, gratitude, and emotional depth. In that sense, they were never truly failures. They were experiences that shaped who we became. The real tragedy is not loving someone who eventually leaves. The real tragedy is becoming so afraid of pain that we stop loving altogether. Because when bitterness replaces openness, the heart slowly hardens. And once the heart hardens, life loses much of its beauty. Love is never truly lost because every sincere act of love changes something inside us. Every moment of genuine care strengthens our humanity. Every act of kindness plants something meaningful into the world, even if we never witness the result. A kind word may stay in someone's memory for years. A moment of understanding may save someone during their darkest season. A loving presence may heal wounds you never even knew existed. You may never see the return, but that does not mean your love disappeared. Love echoes. And perhaps the greatest form of maturity is learning to love without making your goodness dependent on guaranteed rewards. This does not mean allowing yourself to be abused, neglected, or endlessly drained. Healthy love still requires boundaries, wisdom, and self-respect. But it does mean refusing to let disappointment transform you into someone cold, cynical, or emotionally unavailable. Protect your heart wisely, but do not imprison it. The people who experience the deepest fulfillment in life are not always the ones who avoided heartbreak. Often, they are the ones who continued to love despite it. The ones who remained soft in a hard world. The ones who understood that vulnerability is not weakness, but courage. Because in the end, life is not only remembered by what we gained. It is remembered by what we gave.